Okay, so we're going to, I really wish I could allow that. There we go. We're going to create a challenge, basically a collection that's going to have a gift exchange in it. So that's the first thing we're going to do. So collections are basically just a group of items, and collections can exist by themselves. So in this case, if I go to my collections and I see the SquidgeWorld imported collection, that has two sub collections, and those sub collections basically have the Pages Wonderful World of Make Believe import. So you'll see it's closed, unmoderated. Closed means that nobody can add anything to this collection. Okay, only me as a moderator of this collection. Only I can add something to it. This other collection that's here, it's new works for SquidgeWorld. This anyone can add items to because it's open and unmoderated. So somebody writes a new story, they can add it to that collection just fine. So what we're going to do, so a collection is basically just a group of things. And a collection can be, a group of things that have something in common, like this Wonderful World of Make-Believe. They can be a group of things that have something in common because they are part of a gift exchange. And the third thing is they can be a group of things that have a thing in common because they are a prompt meme. So they're, a prompt to be filled. So like a challenge. So basically you've got collections in the system, and then within collections, you've got the collections can be by themselves, don't have to have anything else. You can have a gift exchange, which has a collection, and you can have a prompt meme exchange, which has a collection. So that's the three types of items that are, three types of collections, one by itself, one gift exchange, one prompt meme. What we're going to do this time is we're going to create a prompt exchange. So I'm sorry, we're going to create a gift exchange this time. So browse collections, and this is going to show us here. At this point, I'm going to say a new collection, and so this tells you a little bit about it. If you've got a regular exchange, then maybe create a parent. So I will use Do South Secret Santa as that we run over on AO3. I'll use that as the example here. For Do South Secret Santa, we actually have a parent collection, and then within that parent collection we have multiple gift exchanges that all roll up to that one parent collection. So that's basically what this tells you to do. So we're focusing on gift exchange. So, okay, my owner, so this pseudonym is the owner. You can later on add other people as well. So collection name, I'm going to say gift exchange 2020, and then Squidgy gift exchange 2020. All right. So that's what we're going to do. Parent collection, if you have one, you can add it. If you don't, you don't. Collection email. So you can use your personal email here, but if you run a collection with a group of people, then and you have a custom email address just for that group, so that end users don't have to email 17 people. They only email one email address, and it reaches all 17 coordinators for that gift exchange. Well, anyway. So you can put that in here. So I'm just going to put in SquidgeWorld custom header. That's basically, if you want a custom header, you can add a JPEG, GIF, or a PNG file, and that's basically just a banner, and that'll show up on your banner page. So if you want. Icon, the icon basically, is, it should be sized to 100 by 100 pixels. The system will resize it for you. If you don't, it's just like uploading an icon anywhere else. You click on that, you put in the alt text, you put in the icon comment text, and then that's it. So, all right, brief description. This is Walter's gift exchange for 2020. All right. Now we're going to get down into the different preferences available. Collection is moderated. So in most instances, okay, if I'm doing a gift exchange, yes, I want it to be moderated because I want to look at the gift before it's actually, and approve it before it can be given to, you know, as a gift to somebody else. What this basically does is it kind of prevents people from, if you don't have your collection moderated and you're doing a gift exchange, you may have, you know, 3 or 4 people who put in, you know, gifts that weren't supposed to, or they just try and add a gift or whatever. So you for gift exchange, you want it to be moderated. Collection is closed. So in most cases, you do not want your collection to be closed until the collection is, until the entire gift exchange is done. So we're going to leave that unchecked. The collection is unrevealed. So what this does is, it means, I'm going to check that. What that means is when I am the moderator of this gift exchange, and we'll say that gifts are due by Christmas Eve, by December 24th. So if on December 23rd, you know, I have, you know, 100 gifts in this exchange, but this collection is unrevealed, then it'll actually appear to someone with a regular account, someone who's not a moderator of this collection. It'll show that there are 0 stories, 0 works available in the collection. So that's kind of a good thing if you want to open the gifts all at once, or not, you know, display the gifts all at once, so that you don't have, you know, gifts for 10 people on one day and then an additional 3 people the next day and then 20 people the following day. You want it all to be revealed all at the same time. So basically you would check the collection as unrevealed, and then on whatever day you choose, then you would reveal the collection, and all 100 stories would show up at the same time. This collection is anonymous. So if I'm doing a gift exchange, then a lot of the times we want the gifts to be anonymous until sometime later on. So this is good if you're doing like a guess the creator game or something to that effect. Excuse me while I take a drink of water. So basically, collection is anonymous. We're gonna leave that checked until sometime after the collection is revealed and people have a chance to read over their gifts, and at that point, maybe, you know, a week after the gift has been revealed, then we reveal who actually wrote it. So, you know, if you this is not necessary, you don't have to keep it anonymous, but a lot of instances we do like to keep it anonymous. Okay, next item, show random works on the front page instead of the most recent. So what this basically does is, if I have 100 stories in my collection here, and it's always going to show whatever the most recent, you know, the 5 most recent stories. If I want it to be randomized, because I you know, I want other things to show up there, then I can just check that checkbox, and you'll see that the random stories will show up instead of the 5 most recent. Send a message to the collection email when a work is added. So what that does is, if I have 100 gifts that I'm expecting to be added to this collection for a gift exchange, whenever, you know, and everyone has a deadline of, we'll say, December 24th, then between now, since the collection is open, it's not closed, between now and December 24th, when somebody adds something to the collection, it'll actually send an email to this email address and say, you know, all right, there's a story, there's a work that's been added to this. Lord, the dog is snoring. I don't know if you can hear that. Okay, type of challenge, if any. So we're doing a gift exchange, so we're going to choose gift exchange. And then notice challenge creators. As a challenge owner, you have access to everybody's email addresses. If you use those email addresses for anything other than the challenge, your account will be terminated. This is absolutely true. Do not be evil, as my philosophy is, and you'll find this in the Squidge terms of service. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. Seriously, don't be a dick. Okay. Now we get down into all this down here is. It's not fluff, but it's stuff that's there so that when people sign up and such, that they have information. So introduction. So this is the gift exchange that Walter is playing up for 2020. All right. Fact. So gift guidance. Let's see, stories must be minimum 1,000 words. Podfic must be minimum 5 minutes long. Artwork must be 500 by 500. I don't know. So basically, whatever your FAQ is for this. So there we go. Rules. 1, don't be a dick. 2, do not ask if you can spam other people with sales ads. So these are the rules. Whatever. Okay. Assignment notification message. So this, what this is this basically sends an email out when the gift exchange has matched two people and said, person A is going to give a gift to person C. It sends a message to person A and says, greetings, you have been assigned a gift exchange task for the Squidgies 2020 gift exchange. Here are the details. And then it'll have the details automatically. Gift notification message. And what this is it'll tell the person C that they have been given a gift. So, greetings. You have just been given a gift on SquidgeWorld for Squidgies 2020 gift exchange. All right. So, and if all works well, there we go. Collection was created successfully. So, the collection was created. So now what we have to do is we have to set up all this stuff. So are the signups open or not? Yes or no? So we'll say, sure, they're signed up. You can sign up right now. The time zone is Pacific time. There we go. Signups open today. What is today? The 4th? Oh shit, it's my sister's birthday. At 12 a.m. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Signups close, we'll say, on the 7th at 12 a.m. That's fine. Now, the thing about, you have to remember these is dates don't do anything right now. You have to open and close signups. So on December 7th at 12 a.m. Pacific time, I actually have to come in and untick this signups open. That's the very important thing to do. So this gifts are due. So we're going to say they're going to be due at we're going to say 11 p.m. Okay, works revealed. We're going to say they're going to be revealed on the 25th at 8 p.m. That'll be fine. So Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, 8 p.m. Creators revealed. And this is, of course, 8 p.m. on this day. And again, all this stuff has to be, you still have to actually tick the boxes to close signups, to reveal the works, to reveal the creators. And then we're going to say that they're going to be due on the 31st at 12 a.m. That's fine. So that means the collection will be revealed at this time, and the creator, the person who created the fic or whatever, will be created at that. They'll be revealed at that time. All right, requests visible. So yeah, I want to make the requests visible so people can see them. So I want to say I want a minimum of 1 request is required, and you're allowed to do 5 requests. Number of offers. So of course, hey, there's my phone number. So what that means is when you sign up for a gift exchange, you can sign up between 1 and 5 times, and you say, I want Due South, Benton Fraser, and Ray Kowalski. That's the first sign up. The second sign up may be, I want Due South, Benton Fraser, and Ray Vecchio. So you can create different signups, different requests. And then at the same time, you also have to make offers. So you can say, I can create something for Due South that is Ray Vecchio, or Ray that involves Ray Vecchio in some way. I will create something for the Almost Human such and such. More water and dog snoring. So basically, that's basically what a request and an offer is. It's good to actually do these gift exchanges very narrowly, like just one fandom or one fandom verse. So maybe you want to run an entire Stargate, and you're going to have maybe a dozen people from SG1, you're going to have 24 people from SGA, and maybe 3 or 4 people from SGU. You could run that. Or maybe you want to run, an NCIS group gift exchange. But you wouldn't want to just run a Slash or a Genfic gift exchange, because it's so broad that you may have someone that says, I only want gifts that are in these 5 fandoms, and there may be nobody else in those 5 fandoms. So when you're creating these gift exchanges, you want them to be as narrow as possible. You don't want to say only, you could do a McShep exchange, because the McShep fan base is just that large. But if you're saying I only want to create a John Kennex and Dorian Almost Human exchange, that's a really, really small group, and you may not have a couple people sign up. So just beware. So when you always want it to be at least 1 required, and as many as X available. So I would say a minimum of 2 or 3 here. 5 is probably a good number. Request settings. So you can go through these and look at these little options. But as I create them, optional tags, allow optional tags, I would say that when you're going through these, and you have to go through them and get them right the first time, or not the first time, but before anybody signs up, because as soon as anybody signs up, you can't change these. So what I would do is, required 1 fandom, yada, yada, yada. Required one, at least one character in that fandom. You're allowed to have, I would leave the fandom numbers as 1, but you can have 6 characters. You can have 10 different relationships. It doesn't really matter. Ratings, allow any. Categories, you can say allow any. Additional tags, allow any. Archive warnings, allow any. So this is kind of how I might set it up. You don't want to say a minimum of 1 relationship, because if someone is writing gen, they don't have any relationships and they're not writing that, so 0. Minimum of 1 character and 1 fandom though. So that's the request settings. So when somebody makes a request, this is the offers. So this is what I'll write. So I typically kind of do the same thing down here when I create these. 1, 6, 10, oh, and we did add in the URL. So URL is good, and I'll explain that when we get down to it. So there's my stuff here. Allow any, allow any, allow any, allow any. All right, tag sets. So we don't have any tag sets currently in the system. You can create a tag set if you want to. Create link a new tag, bink, 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 bink. Own tag set. So let's just create it one. We're going to say it's owned by me. I can add other people to it if they want to. I can add other moderators if they want to. So titles. So we're going to say Stargate Atlantis tag set. This is everything SGA. It's visible, usable by others, and I can take nominations. And what that means is if there's a new fan that somebody says, oh, you know what, we found out that Dr. Lindsay's name is actually Dr. Lindsay Novak, and they create a new tag, and they can actually nominate it to come over here. Not as really important. You don't have to worry about it. But I would, in any case, you can check it or you don't have to check it. It doesn't really matter. So here's our tags. So we're going to do Stargate Atlantis. All right, add characters. So I want to say, so Dr. Rodney McKay. Now you're going to notice there's multiple ones here. I am cleaning things up. John Shepard, Radek Zelenka, Elizabeth Weir. As you're adding these, I put in Elizabeth. You see that Elizabeth Burke there? That's white color, so she doesn't belong in Stargate Atlantis. It does, it will allow you to add anybody in there if you want to, because you can. But Lorne, Parrish. Dr. Parrish. So I'll still be combining these people. So, okay. Carson. Woolsey. Richard Woolsey. So anyway, you're going to add in your characters. And when somebody makes a request or somebody makes an offer, these are the characters and fandoms that they're going to have. That's going to be available to them if you limit it. So add relationship. So if we do Rodney McKay, John Shepard, Woolsey doesn't have anything. Elizabeth Weir and Taylor. So if we have that, then that actually means we should add Taylor up here. Okay? So you're going to add in as many relationships as you want. Okay? Additional tags. So maybe this is a first time exchange, or maybe this is a first kiss. You only want you want to describe that couple's first kiss, so that would be an additional tag that you would add in. Or maybe you're adding in all And there we go, alternate universe. Maybe you want to run an AU exchange. You can do that. For categories, all right, so these are the same categories as when you create things. So we're going to say all. For ratings, we're going to say all. For warnings, we're going to say, you know what? We only want no archive warning apply. We don't want, we'll allow violence, but we don't want death or rape, non-con. So we're only going to allow these two. We'll throw this one in case somebody has a rape non-con and they have to choose that. So, all right. So there we go. So those are the tags. So I've just submitted my tags. My tag set is called Stargate Atlantis tag set. All right. So this is done. So now that I've done that, go back over here. Bing, bing, bing. Tag sets to use. Stargate Atlantic tag set. So I just created that. It's allowed. Now this is going to be important. More water. Character setting. So do I want from the fandom only, or do I want from the tag set only? So I could actually say tag set only, and they could only choose. Yes, I love you, Janelle Bynum. Go away. They could only choose items that I chose in that tag set. Character settings, I could say fandom only, and it could. Perhaps somebody creates an approved John Shepard Richard Woolsey relationship tag. If it's set at the fandom, even though it's not in the tag set, it would be allowed. And then relationship, well, that's for characters, and it's the same thing for relationships and for characters. So fandom only, or fandom tag set only. So if you wanted to create, have stuff that was only in the tag sets, then you just create only in the tag sets, however you'd like to do it. Minimum numbers to match. So this is, for the number of requests, you want at least one minimum. You want at least one minimum match on character on the fandom. You want at least one minimum match on the character. If this was a gift exchange, a coupling gift exchange, where you're looking for the couples, the relationship, then you want to match on the relationship as well. Additional tags, categories, ratings, warnings, and then you could also say count optional tags for. And actually, I don't know what this actually does. So so Jane signs up and requests Smallville and Queer as Folk, and her optional tag, she also lists Sesame Street. Bob signs up and offers Sesame Street and Project One Way. Sue signs up Smallville, American Idol, and offers Sesame Street. So if I turn on include additional tags, then Bob and Sue will be potential matches for Jane. Otherwise, only Sue will match for Jane. Okay, so optional. So yeah, you may want to have. Fandom is going to be there because we're limiting it to Stargate Atlantis. But characters, relationships, additional tags, categories, ratings, warnings, just turn those on, and that would be available. Sign up instructions. So these, this is when somebody goes to sign up. This is my sign up instruction. It'll tell you have to have a minimum of, a minimum of 1 sign up, a maximum of 5 signups available. Request instructions. So these are the instructions. Write out what you are wanting for your gift. Offer instructions. Write out what you are willing to create as a gift for others. Change the labels. Okay, so, and this is just for you, the collection. In request change, prompt URL. And what we end up doing this, like in the Due South Secret Santa, we call this the Dear Santa letter. That's it. You can also change the description as well. And then in offers, we actually have, in offers, I think we have this as, we actually say, well, no, not willing to create the following. And at that point, that person can list, I'm not willing to write death fic, something to that effect. So do not wants. So this is basically ends up being in Due South Secret Santa, do not wants. Okay. So there we go. Submit. All right. So now there's my gift exchange. Everything is set and ready to go. And when somebody goes through, you would have this available over here. You've got your collections, and then under your collections, you've got your exchange. So when somebody wants to come in, they can come in and you say, hey, go sign up. So I can go through and you typically, as the end user, do not want to, I'm sorry, as the owner, you don't want to sign up yourself because you're maintaining it. But you could say sign up form. So when I click on the sign up form, this is my sign up instruction. Write out what you want for your gifts. Here's my Stargate Atlantis. And I want, so we're going to say, hey, look at that. It's my tag set, John Shepard. But I'm trying to think of a character that's not in this list, right? Peter Grodin. So I can actually add in Peter Grodin as a character I wanted because they are outside of my character set. So that's allowed. And relationship. So I wanted to say John Shepard and Rodney McKay. All right. My Dear Santa letter. So if I wanted to put a URL to my Dear Santa letter, would be here. So this is a URL. Okay, whatever, PS, blah, 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 blah. And then I can write out, dear person gifting to me, give me all the moksha. Thanks, bye. Okay. Optional tags, and maybe I want to say, happy ever after. First, first time, something like that. And then offers. So here's my offer. It's got to be in Stargate Atlantis because that's the only fandom that I'm allowing. So, and I'm willing to write John Shepard and Evan Lorne, and then I'm willing to write John Shepard, Evan Lorne, and I'm going to put Evan Lorne Parrish, and since it's not listed, I can't add that one. I mean, I added it, but it's not. We'll see what happens. Do not wants. Okay. No death fic. Something like that. And the description, I will write happy ever after, first time, but no death fic and no polyamory. My kink is not my, not my kink, and that is okay. I actually like polyamory, but I don't read it a lot, so I mean, that's the first word that came into my head. I could have written purple squids. No purple squids. Oh. Anyway, whatever. And then optional tags. Optional tags. Whatever optional tags. Dog fic. All right. So you'll notice I can add another request. The more requests, the better. I can add another offer. The more offers, the better. Submit. So, you know what? So There we go. I got to take that out. It said, I'm not allowed to add in Peter Groden. All right, that's okay. Dun, 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 dun. Not allowed to have happy ever after. Because I did. There we go. This is the URL to my do not wants. And it can't be dogfish. Okay, let's try that again. Pink, pink, pink. Relationship is not allowed in the exchange. Evan Lauren Parrish. All right, so I got to take Evan Lauren Parrish out because I did limit it. And that's okay. So there's my sign up. And that's what you need to know. Later on, when you are running your exchange, you go through your matching, and your matching actually have to close your signups. After you've done that, then you run your matching. Your matching says, I'm going to give person A goes to person C, person B writes for person F, person C writes for person J, yada, yada, yada. And it's going to propose those. You can override those settings if you want to, but you don't have to. So anyway, so that's basically everything that you would need for a gift exchange. Once you get closer to this, and if you have questions, you can always come to me and I will help you out. I think that's it. Next, we're going to go and do prompt exchange. So there we go.